Okay, here is Pattaya Beach. You can kind of see it just goes on forever. There's just beach tents everywhere, beach chairs. You can buy coconuts and beers and bananas and fruit and snacks. And it just goes on for like 2 or 3, actually like 4 or 5 miles. And then there's my condos. Hope it's gonna zoom. Yeah, there it zooms. The one right in the middle, kind of shorter than the others. It's got the blue trim around it. My condo would be, or my penthouse would be in the top right corner of that. And then if you just pan over, there's the Pattaya sign. And the harbor, or not harbor, I guess the bay is just full of boats. And people out there parasailing. Or I guess he's getting towed by a boat. Still kind of the same thing, I guess. Yeah, and it just goes on forever. And this beach is pretty kid-friendly during the day. There's lots of families out here. Right now it's kind of dead. It's a Saturday and it rained really hard. It rained really hard this morning and it's overcast and the sun isn't really out, so it's not really a great beach day. There's still plenty of people out. Problem with this beach is you get people like this walking around peddling food and just trying to sell you everything. Like both of these people have food, but you get people that are trying to sell you bracelets and, you know, chairs and just the craziest crap you've ever seen. It's like, why are you carrying around you know, book shelving, or why are you carrying around a light, or, you know, they just try to sell you the dumbest stuff. So if you sit out here for more than an hour, you're gonna get hit up probably about 10 times to buy stuff. And when you're at the beach, you kind of just want to enjoy it, and it kind of turns into, you know, denying street peddlers like the majority of your time. So that's the negative thing about this beach. There are kind of trees and stuff, but you're basically on a busy boardwalk, and right across the street, you know, are shops and bars, and there's a huge mall right here. So it doesn't really have like super beach feel, like you're on some secluded beach or anything. I mean, you're right in the middle of a lot of commerce, a lot of traffic. It's a lot noisier here. That said, Pattaya Beach is still a pretty good beach. Beach Road is a really cool boardwalk. It goes on for, like I said, 4 or 5 miles. So you can just walk this whole strip and see a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, you can see people just selling coconut and drinks and lots of activity. It actually feels really nice today. Like I said, it rained hard this morning, so it's got kind of a cool sea breeze right now. It's not overly humid. Everything's kind of just been drenched with water, so the sand, there's not a lot of dust. But yeah, you can see this guy's just walking around trying to sell stuff. Little cats. So yeah, you're constantly dealing with that stuff. But the beach is clean. This is a zero waste beach. No smoking. You have people cleanup crews here every night, just walking, cleaning up. So the beach is pretty litter free. And it is, I mean, it is a pretty good view. I mean, you just look, you got lots of activity going on. There's lots of boats. Sometimes there's volleyball games going on, and it's actually pretty busy considering it is such a crappy beach day. And you know, the other thing today is the election. For the last like 5 years or so, there's been kind of like a military coup. I think the military kind of took over and has been controlling the country. But today they're trying to elect you know, like a democratic political regime, and there's a bunch of political parties, and it's kind of a big deal. So a lot of stuff is closed down today, and everybody thinks the military is going to lose control. The royal family is going to get more power back, even though the royal family has always had a lot of power. I guess they lost a lot of power in the last like 5 or 10 years, and the military kind of took over. So hopefully that's going to end today, and we're going to have more of a democratic political structure here. And the king just passed medical marijuana about 3 weeks ago. Medical marijuana became legal. So there's a lot of rumors. I hear tourists talking and just people I've talked to. Probably in the next 5 years, this is going to turn into kind of like Amsterdam, or it's going to turn into a pot destination, because I don't know, everybody's heard of Thai sticks. Thai sticks are like weed, and Thai weed has always been kind of popular in the marijuana culture, and there's just so many islands. There's like, you know, 10,000 islands, and a lot of these islands are just huge marijuana grower operations, kind of like Mexico has. So a lot of the world's weed used to come from Thailand. I think it still does. So people have always come here trying to get weed, especially if you're on more of a secluded area. You can get weed and stuff easier and not have to worry about it. But it's a major crime. If you get caught, oh my God, you're doing, you know, 5 years or whatever. But medical marijuana just became legal, so that's probably going to start a lot of, you know, marijuana tourists coming, and I bet you, you know, in a couple years they might even legalize it. From what I hear, the princes and even the king, they all smoke and they're big partiers, and they don't have anything against it. And once the military loses power, you're going to see a lot more liberal leaning views on drugs. And not that I'm like big into that, but you know, marijuana is not a big deal. And I think for a city like this to kind of deny it is sad, and especially with the harsh penalties, it would just bring in tons more tourism. And if there was like coffee shops and places where you could get it, oh, it would make it'd make this one of the top tourist destinations of the world, I think. So we got that going for it. But yeah, you can kind of see it does have trees, and people got blankets out, and it does have a pretty cool feel over here. This is probably my least favorite beach. Like I said in another video, my favorite beach is probably Cozy Beach, because you do have that like tropical island kind of feel, and it's so close to my condo that it's just easy and convenient, and it's just a lot less riffraff there. And my second favorite beach would probably be Jomtien, because it seems like it's a little cleaner than this beach, and you have a little less riffraff. You have less street peddlers, and it's a little more kid family friendly. It just has more of a like I don't know, I guess US kind of beach feel to it. The boardwalk is nicer, I think, than this. The cool thing about this beach, Pattaya Beach, is it is, you know, I guess it's love and hate. There's all this traffic and noise, but you do have access to all the cool stuff. There's so many, all these little side streets are just filled with bars and restaurants, and there's a lot of tourist attractions. The Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum is down here, and you got, you know, probably like a half a dozen malls, like indoor air-conditioned malls with, you know, hundreds of shops. So it is it does have its bonuses, and it is a pretty good beach. But yeah, it's probably my least favorite beach. Right now I'm walking away from my condo and away from Walking Street. And Beach Road's also smoke-free and zero waste beach, so They don't, there's little smoking areas around where people are smoking. They have ashtrays and stuff, but you don't want to get caught smoking walking down this boardwalk. Same thing with littering. Thailand in general is kind of a dirty place. There's trash all over the place. But on Beach Road and the super touristy areas, it's pretty clean, and they don't want trash. And here's a kind of an example right here. You don't really see dumpsters that much in Beach Road. Look, I mean, they got dumpsters out, people picking up trash. If you get caught littering, it's a pretty big fine. Like 5,000 baht, I think, which is like 300 bucks, or no, like or 150 bucks, $150 fine. And same thing with smoking. They don't want you smoking and throwing your butts all over the place. So it's pretty clean. It's a pretty nice beach. Totally different environment during the day. All right, this is the Beach Road bar, open air bar. It's pretty big. There's a lot of these along Beach Road, and they're usually just packed. This is the Beach Road boardwalk. It literally goes on for about 3 miles. It's pretty cool. Lots of people walking. Everybody's strolling. Kind of see those boats, neon LED boats, the Pattaya signs over there. But yeah, this just goes along all of Pattaya Beach. Lots of going on. It's pretty touristy area. Hilton Hotel is right here, so it is pretty ritzy. I mean, lots of nice shops. Everything is kind of overpriced here. But yeah, it's about 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. Just going for a stroll. There's a lot going on. Non-stop traffic. Lots of people. It's just a party atmosphere. The weather's great. At night it's about 70 degrees, so it's bearable. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, still on Beach Road. There's a mall here, Mike Shopping Mall, pretty big mall. This little nice step area, pretty cool. Picture of the king. A lot of times people are just hanging out here. There's the beach, and yeah, Beach Road. Pretty cool. Sunday night, a lot of people out having a good time. More action on Beach Road. This guy's really good. Seen him before. Beach Road Boardwalk, never a dull moment. This goes on forever. A lot of people just out having a good time. It's not really kid friendly. It kind of is. You do see kids, like there's a family over there. Just got a kid he's walking with. The reason is this. Once we get up here a little ways, there's just, they call them freelancers, but they're basically prostitutes on American terms. So you just have this whole boardwalk kind of littered with them, and they're all like facing towards the road. So you kind of know, like, I just walked past one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she was, but yeah, it's like during the night, especially. During the day you could probably bring your kids down here and be fine. The beach is pretty packed with families and stuff. At night it kind of turns into like an adult type thing, and that's just the culture of Thailand. I don't know how to explain it. Like, a lot of people probably have a problem with it, but that's just how Thailand is, and Central or Southeast Asia in general is pretty much the same. So okay, just wanted to show you there's a stretch here where there's a bunch of prostitutes and freelancers all along the beach boardwalk. I don't really want to film them too close, but you see those girls. There's literally hundreds of them out here. It's kind of sad, but it's just how it is, I guess. Actually, it's not even sad, it's just their culture. You have to just come over here and see it. Like that girl in the yellow right there was freelancer. All these girls right here, freelancers. All the ones sitting against the wall or facing the road. Another little alleyway. It's kind of crazy too, because you can see like guys making deals with the girls, like right there. Those two are discussing price. Same with that guy, he's scoping it out. It's just literally, you can walk down 3 miles and probably see 200 prostitutes. So just thought I'd throw this in there because it's kind of like misleading, I guess not to, because it is a big part of the culture, and it's just how shit's done here. This whole city's based on tourism, much like Las Vegas. I don't know if you can see, there's just guys trying to make deals. Basically, Beach Road goes right up to Walking Street, and the closer you get to Walking Street, it seems like the more the freelancers are out, because Walking Street's just loaded with strip clubs. They call them go-go bars, but so I think guys are coming out of Walking Street, walking down Beach Road, and it's just part of it. That's just how it is. And if you look way down there, there's actually the start of Walking Street. So I'm not too far away. I'm maybe like a quarter mile away. So, yep, there you go.